Hello, STAT 200 students. My name is Professor August Rosener, and I am your instructor for this course. I want to take a couple of minutes here to just give you a brief overview of the course and kind of the layout of what you're going to see in the LEO environment. So you can maybe spend less time getting spun up on that, more time actually getting into the material. So first, when you log into LEO, when you log into the course, you're going to come up with this, and this may not be your section. You may be taking the course after I've taught it, this section, so the course layout should be the same, so don't worry about that if you're not this particular section. This is spring 2019 in online 1, the first session. So a couple of things to note here when you come in. I'm at course home right now. So you're going to see the welcome announcements. Take a quick minute to read those. If you don't have the textbook, you can download the free online textbook. And then also, if you would like to use a calculator for the course, you can go out and purchase a TI-83 or TI-84 calculator that's shown here. I don't require it. Don't feel like you have to. If you would rather than buy a TI-84 calculator, you can download a calculator emulator, which you can use on your computer. So here are the instructions for how to do that. I recommend you do that. It's a free download. You have a 90-day free trial to try it out. You can use all the information that is in the textbook, all the examples, the steps that they show you in the textbook, you can use on the calculator emulator. It looks something like this. So this is a histogram that I was making. So you can use this calculator to do anything that you could do with a regular calculator, and it's free. So something you may want to consider. All right, so coming back to our course, I wanted to jump into a few things. So if you go to the Content tab, that's where the majority of the information that you're going to be viewing is. So we can start off with the table of contents. This is an overview of everything. And here again, start here, it will help. This is probably where you found this. You're not seeing it right now because I'm recording it, so it's not posted yet. Syllabus, I recommend you go in there. You can go into this syllabus table here. It's a PDF document that has a breakdown of what we'll be doing in each week, what you have due. You can print that out and use that as a reference. So it should help you out quite a bit there. So going back to the table of contents, we can move down. The course introduction, it just talks about what this course is. You can read through that. It shouldn't take you very long. I do want to point out the Ask the Professor and the Student Lounge. So the Ask the Professor is an area where you can ask me general topics, general questions about the course. Questions about homework, assignments, when they're due. If you are requesting an extension for anything, I recommend you send me an email. Don't post it here because everyone can see what you post in the Ask the Professor section. But if you do have a question about the homework, you can post it here, and it's okay for you to do that. Just please do not post an answer, because then everyone will be able to see it, and it would almost be like cheating. It's like you're providing the answer for the entire class. So please don't do that. Don't post a question that says, "Hey sir, is this answer correct?" That's not acceptable. So, okay, so moving into week 1. This is where we're going to start off the beginning of the course, week 1. Again, the dates may be different if you're taking it later than the first section, 2019. First off, I wanted to show you the introductions here. This is a discussion area, but it's not the weekly discussion for the first week. This is just a place where you can come in and introduce yourself and tell a little bit about yourself. Just introduce yourself to your classmates, okay? Everyone is going to be able to see what you post in here as well. I put in an introduction of myself there, so you can go in and read that. Feel free to comment on it, post something similar about yourself as well. Okay, so I'm going to jump back to week 1. Now, there's more than just that first discussion. Now, this is just to introduce yourself and get to know your classmates. This is not the group discussion for week 1. Okay, that's going to come later on. Now, the way this course is laid out, there is material, and it may be broken out into 2 parts like it is here, part 1 and part 2, but there's material that has an e-resource, which is basically, it's the textbook. It's a PDF format of the textbook, so you can read this, and it's not an extremely difficult read for most of the chapters. Okay. In addition to the ebook, each let me take you back so you can see where I got here. In addition to the ebook, there's also these introduction videos. So you can go in and watch these videos, and they're not extremely long videos. You may or may not find them helpful, and if you do, that's great. I provided some more information, some more resources that I'll show you in just a minute. So here are the videos, the introduction videos. That's for week 1 under Introduction to Statistics. And then there's some web pages you can go to find out more how to perform statistics. Okay, just kind of steps you through things you can do. Now, there's a second part here that's graphs and tables. So there's 2 parts for just week 1. So that's why it's broken out, chapter 1 and chapter 2. That's why it's broken out into 2 parts. Now here, the week 1 lecture, this is something that I wanted to show you. These are things that I have put together for you. I have provided what I call note taker slides. So these are lectures that I have written, and I've provided for you to use. And what you should do with these, this is what I highly recommend you do, print these out. You'll notice that there's blanks on them. They're note takers. So you print these out, and I would recommend printing 4 per page. If you can do that with your printer, it's a PDF, so you might want to download it and then print it after you download it. If you print 4 per page, print them in landscape format. It'll help save some paper and some toner. But you can use these. Then after you print it out, come back here to the week 1 lectures. You can come in here and watch another lecture video. And this is a video where I have actually done a screen capture of myself presenting the lecture. Okay, so they're anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes, some of them. Okay. But this is, while the other videos cover the topics in general, these lectures, these videos that I recorded are lectures that are meant to engage you and allow you to take notes, participate, follow along in the examples, more so than just watching a video. You're actually going to be taking notes, and if you do that, it's going to help you remember the information. You'll be able to digest the information better if you are engaged in it by actually writing down notes. There are points in here where I say, okay, pause the video. I want you to solve this problem on your own, and then I'll show you the answer, and you can compare your answer and see if you got it correct or not. Okay, so that's what I recommend doing with these lectures. And each week we'll have anywhere from 2 to 4, 5, I think is probably the most lectures. 4, I think is the most lectures you'll have per week. Well, some of them they were so long I had to split them into 2 parts. So if you look at week 2, lecture 4 has part 1 and part 2 because it was a very long lecture. So those are the lectures. Okay, the lectures again are additional material that I have provided. You do not have to use these. There's no requirement, but I think you will find if you come in here and actually take notes that you will retain more of the information. Now, in addition to the note taker slides, I also provided what I called readable slides, and this is the same slides, except I actually provided the ones that have the answers written in, so you don't have to take notes. The problem with doing it this way, and the feedback I've gotten from the students, is they like taking notes because it helps them remember the information. If you just read it, then it doesn't sink in as much, okay? But if you actually write it while you're watching somebody, it's almost like you're in the classroom. And that's the way I've tried to do this. I've tried to set this up with these lectures to have a feel like you're in the classroom. And if you're watching a video and taking notes and you don't understand something, you can shoot me an email or you can post it in the Ask the Professor discussion area. Say, hey sir, on week 4 slide, week 4 lecture 10, you said this at timestamp 34 minutes and 12 seconds. I don't understand what that means. Could you please explain it further? And I will answer your question either via email or, a question like that I recommend asking in the Ask the Professor section, because it may be something that the rest of your classmates are interested in as well. So that's the lectures that I have written. Now we'll move on to the discussion areas. That's the next area under here. So we've got the introduction. We talked about the material that's provided by the course director for all the students, the additional material that I provided. Now the discussion area. So each week there's a discussion topic that you need to look at, and there are directions here as well. But there's a discussion topic. You come in here, you read the topic, you go back and you discuss it in your group area. You're going to be assigned to a group, and then you will be able to talk to your group via online discussion forum down here. Now, right now, no one is assigned to any groups, okay? So don't come in here and put anything in there yet. I'm going to wait. I will do that on the second day of class, Tuesday evening of class, because that kind of gives people a chance to add or drop the class, and it helps the course roster kind of level out. There still will probably be some people that drop the class later on. Not many people add after that point. However, I try to do that, wait a little bit so that we can get the discussion groups kind of similar in size. Now here's the way it works. You discuss in your group the answer, or the question, what you think the answer is, or how you feel about it. Some of them are, what do you think about this versus, the answer should be 42. So discuss in your group, and then up here, this is not where you have any discussion. This is where you provide the final submission by a single representative from each discussion group. Okay, so if there's 6 groups, there should only be 6 answers in here. Everyone has the ability to view these, okay? But if no one from your group actually submits your final submission, then everyone will get a 0 for that week. Everyone in your group will get a 0 for that week. Even if you talked even if you contributed in your discussion area, you will still get a 0 for that week because you didn't give anything to grade. It's kind of like doing all of your filling out the entire final exam, but never actually loading it into the Leo environment and submitting it. Okay, I would highly recommend you don't do that either. But that's what this would be like if you have a nice discussion in your group's discussion area and then don't submit anything for me to actually review and grade. Okay, so that's the discussion area. The next thing, every week there will be a homework assignment. You can come in here right now and look at all the assignments. They're all out there. There is and this is very important, so please listen to this. There is a section here, a document where you need to actually provide your answers before you submit them. You put them in this Word document to submit them, and it's opening, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. So the questions are here, so you can view the questions, but don't write your answers on this sheet. Give it a second to open. Let's try that again. It's not opening. Well, I guarantee you it's there. Try it again. And then And that there's also a data set that goes along with it. You can use that if you want to do your homework in Excel or using a computer. Okay, sorry. So here's the submission form. This is what I was trying to get to open, the submission form. Okay, you need to write your answers in here and then provide it in here. And if you need to add more space, if you want to type them, that's fine. If you want to handwrite them, that's fine. If you handwrite them, please scan them and send them to me. Or if you're going to take pictures with your phone, that is fine as well. But after you take the pictures, please paste them into a Word document so that they're all in one file, so I don't get 14 pictures that are named like, you know, pick 4318 and then pick 4319, and then, you know, then they're no longer in order. Okay, so please don't do that. If you could, please combine them all into one file. Okay, so you can submit your homework here when you're finished. Please use this, and if you notice that this file, the name of the file is insert last name, stat 200 homework 1 student submission form. Guess what? That insert your last name right there. That you please don't submit it with insert last name as the title. Please insert your last name there. Okay, so that's the weekly homework, and the due dates are in the submission folder here. You can see it's due by the 20th of January, and then the solutions, you can try to click on those, but nothing's going to happen because they're not available until the 23rd of January. Okay, all right, so that's the homework. So let's come back to week 1. There's one more thing down here, the quiz. Every week there will either be a written assignment or a quiz. In this case, it's a quiz. So you can take this quiz, but you can't start it until the 14th. You look here, it doesn't start until the 14th of January, and it's due by the 20th of January. So you have a whole week to do that. Okay. All right. So other things, assignments. You can view all of your assignments here. This is the information on the assignment attachments you can view. Some of the other ones haven't opened yet, so they're not available to you as of yet. Your homework problems, they are all right here. So you can come in and look at those. You can get started on those in advance if you would like. I think that about wraps it up for the introduction. There may be more that you would like to know, and if so, either ask the professor in the discussion area or shoot me an email. Again, I want to welcome you to Stat 200. I will say this is a tough course. I am not Santa Claus, however, I am also not an ogre, so I understand that sometimes things happen in life. So if something has prevented you from being able to submit an assignment, please shoot me an email and let me know before it's due. Give me a heads up in advance, and I'll see if I can work with you on that. Now, if you do that every week, I'm going to be a little bit suspicious, and I probably won't be as generous if you do it every week. However, I do understand that sometimes stuff happens that gets in the way of you being able to complete your assignments. So, again, welcome to the course. My name is Professor August Rosener. You can call me Prof R, P-R-O-F-R for short. That's just easier to remember because my last name is difficult to spell. And I look forward to hearing from you throughout the course. Thank you very much. Bye.